Hello, and welcome to Screams from the Vault. Thank you for joining me tonight, my curious friends. Lock your doors, dim the lights, and settle in, because tonight we're reaching deep into the shadows of the 19th century to uncover one of Scotland's most chilling and mysterious tales, the story of Madeline Smith, a young woman of beauty and privilege, a forbidden love affair, and a death that would leave a nation whispering for centuries. So, sit back and let's open the vault. The year was 1835. Glasgow, Scotland. In a grand home on Blytheswood Square, a child is born into wealth and refinement. Her name, Madeline Hamilton Smith, the eldest daughter of a respected architect, James Smith, and his wife, Janet. Madeline's life was destined to be one of elegance, etiquette, and expectation. Behind the soft glow of candlelight and the rustle of silk gowns, the young Miss Smith harbored something darker, something that would one day place her name in every Scottish newspaper, not for her grace, but for murder. As she grew, Madeline learned all of the accomplishments of a lady: the piano, the dance, the careful art of conversation. But what no one taught her was how to control her heart. In the summer of 1853, she met a man who would ignite that forbidden fire. His name was Pierre-Emile Enguillier, a charming Frenchman, a clerk by trade, and far below her social standing. Their eyes met, letters followed, and before long, whispers of passion turned to a dangerous, secret engagement, one that would end not with wedding bells, but with poison. They continued to meet in secret. A friend, Miss Mary Perry, allowed her home to be their secret haven. And in the shadows of that friendship, the two became secretly engaged. Emile treasured every letter Madeline wrote. She, on the other hand, burned his, terrified of scandal, terrified of discovery. But as weeks turned into months, Madeline's family began arranging a proper match: a wealthy merchant named William Minnock, respectable, rich, and socially perfect. In January 1857, Madeline became officially engaged to William, but she was still secretly engaged to Emile. When Emile learned of the rumors of her new engagement, he demanded the truth. She denied it and begged him to return her letters. He refused. He told her that if she dared to marry another man, he would expose everything to her father. And that's when things took a dark turn. In February 1857, Emile fell violently ill after a late-night meeting. He recovered, but not for long. Days later, Madeline purchased arsenic from a local chemist, claiming it was to kill rats. By law, she had to sign the poison register, and she did. Not long after, Emile became sick again, this time bedridden. And yet, Madeline returned to the chemist twice more, each time buying more arsenic. When asked later, she said it was for her complexion, a cosmetic trick she'd learned at school. But what she did next raised every suspicion. On the night of March 22nd, 1857, Emile received a letter from Madeline. Whatever it said, it was enough to make him rush out into the cold night. Hours later, his landlady found him doubled over in agony at the doorstep. He died the next morning. The letter from Madeline was still in his pocket, and in his room, drawers full of her love letters. When news spread through Glasgow, Tongues wagged, whispers grew, and soon the police came knocking. The trial of Madeline Smith began in June 1857 in Edinburgh. The courtroom was packed, nobles, servants, and curious onlookers, all desperate to glimpse the woman accused of killing her lover with poison. The evidence was damning: the arsenic purchases, the letters, the lies. But the defense argued there was no proof that she ever gave Emile the poison. After 9 long days, the jury returned with a verdict that has haunted Scotland ever since. Not proven. Not innocent. Not guilty. Simply not proven. A verdict that freed her, but left a shadow that never left. After the trial, Madeline disappeared from public life. Some say she fled to London, marrying again under a new name. Others whisper she escaped to New York, living quietly until her death in 1928. No one truly knows, but one thing is certain. Whatever really happened that night in 1857, she took the truth with her to the grave. Was she a victim of circumstance, or Scotland's most cunning poisoner? That is for you to decide. Thank you for joining me tonight on Screams from the Vault. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to hit the bell so you never miss another story from the shadows. Until next time, sleep tight and don't trust what's in your teacup.